It's Amy Naya Everett.
Nicole O'Brien.
Welcome to the Unapologetic Era podcast.
Hello.
Hello.
Long time.
Welcome back.
No see. Long time no talkie.
I know. So thank you for tuning in. I know the last podcast we're like, we're going to go to every other week. And then now it's been like 3 weeks. And it is may seem like we're a little flaky. But the truth is we just got really busy.
We are a little flaky, but we did get busy for real.
Yeah. And then also just things start to happen in life. And what Nicole and I have decided is we don't want this to feel like a job. We started this for fun and we don't want to feel pressure if we don't get it in on time. We have about 7 people that watch it. And so we're really just doing this for us. And so if it's not on a certain schedule, then that's okay. We don't want to feel shame about that.
Yep.
Right.
Because life happens. And we've both been busy traveling. And
I need to open my computer.
Many other things we don't have to go into, but we've just been busy. And it's tax season.
Yeah.
Which for me,
oh God, don't get me started.
I've been filling out all sorts of paperwork and doing all sorts of things. And I don't want the IRS after me, so that has to take precedence.
Yeah, I have not even sat down and got started on that. My plan is to get started on that when I get home from New Orleans. I know I'm so behind, but it's just like it's going to take me like a week of sitting at my desk. And every year I'm like, next year, I'm not going to wait till the last minute. And then every year I wait till the last minute.
I've been better about keeping track of certain things throughout the year so that I don't have to go and scramble. But there's still certain things that I'm like, wait a minute, what about this, this, or this? And I'm making copies and printing them out and looking them up online and receipts. And anyway, so that's why we're busy. We're busy girls.
We're busy. So the fact of the matter is if we're not always on a certain schedule, please forgive us. We're just girls after all. And we're just trying to, live our life and have some fun here. And we're doing the best we can.
Yeah. And so, our topic for today is more of a New Year thing, but it's February. And now that the horrible month of January is over, we can still focus on things that we want to think about in the new year or don't want to think about in the new year, because our topic is ins and outs.
Right. So basically what we decided, we both decided we're not a big fan of New Year's resolutions, that it's just like, you shouldn't have to have a New Year's Day to think of something that you need to change in your life. That should be an ongoing thing, right? But we did decide that we wanted to each come up with 10 things that are in for 2025 and 10 things that are out for 2025. So it's not a resolution. It's just things that we want to do for our life, that we want in our life and that we want out of our life.
And they can be serious or social, or some of mine might feel more some of mine I feel like are more like complaints. And that's fine. This is what's on my mind.
Yeah.
I decided.
But so I was talking the other day to my life coach. I have a life coach. And I know I like to think of her more like a therapist, but she's always like, I am not a therapist. And if you don't do your, she's probably going to listen to this right now because I think that she might listen to this podcast. But she's like, I am not a therapist. And if you're not going to do the work, then you need to go complain and have a therapy session with someone else. That's not me. I'm here to help you manifest and create and all these things. So anyways, the other day we were having our therapy session. And she said, there are a lot of women in this world that feel really alone right now. And that feel like they don't have anyone to talk to, or that they're just spinning their wheels and they don't know how to set boundaries or create things for themselves. And she said, I think on your podcast, you should make women feel a part of what you're doing and welcome and like they could do what you're doing.
Oh,
And I said,
yeah, for
well,
sure.
that's already what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's already what we want. And I explained to her that the whole reason we wanted to do this is because you and I have these great talks and we're there for each other no matter what, even if we're shitting our pants. And we want other women to feel comfortable listening or watching this podcast and feel as if they are part of what we're talking about. So we
Right.
definitely encourage you to, if you like what we did today, our 10 things in and 10 things out, we encourage you to also write these lists.
Yeah, because it really just brings perspective and it makes you
Yes.
feel more organized. I mean, Amy, you're like my
Mhm.
therapist. Like this is therapy to
Mm.
me. And all
Yeah,
the
we talk
random
about a lot
messages
of
I
stuff.
send you throughout the
Mhm.
days, that's my therapy.
Oh,
You're my
that's so
life coach.
nice.
Yeah.
I am. Okay. So with that, let's get into our ins and outs. Okay. So
Okay.
you go first on your 10
Okay.
things in. So let's read them. You read your 10 things in. I'll read my 10 things in, and then we'll like discuss it if needed, if it's not obvious.
Okay. If we have the same ones, we can, like, if they correlate, we
High-five
can
each
kinda
other?
yeah, we can discuss them together. Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
my number 1 is decluttering. My house, I like things, and it sometimes gets overwhelming and makes me feel frantic and anxious. So I've decided to declutter, and if I don't use it, haven't used it, or don't wear it, it's gone. And I will say I've done a really good job so far of accomplishing this. I want everyone to show appreciation. So it could be the smallest thing. Like I was talking to my daughter the other day, we were out and about, and I was saying how when I was at Target or something recently, someone had gave me a compliment. And so maybe it's more like compliments, appreciation. I don't know, just showing appreciation for others. And it made me feel so good, something so stupid. So I have started doing that. So there are kind of two things. Oh, no. My next one is compliment strangers. So
We talked
appreciation.
about that on a other
Yeah.
podcast where we
Yeah, we did.
we
So
talked about complimenting strangers.
yeah. So back to appreciation. If someone holds a door for you, say thank you. If your husband does something you've asked him to do, say thank you because it does make a difference. Because I know it's okay. We're not supposed to talk about each thing yet, are we?
No.
I'm just supposed to.
But it's
admit-
okay.
Okay, we'll come back to
But
that.
you could give a little summary. That's okay.
Well, I just feel like, like I do so many things throughout the day that no one notices. And sometimes it'd be nice if someone was like, wow, thanks for going and buying all these groceries,
Yeah, right.
or feeding the dogs or taking out the trash. Okay. Anyway, be unapologetic. I find myself constantly apologizing for things that are dumb. Like, I can't come. I'm so sorry. Like, you don't
Yeah.
need to give a reason. So I'm not like, unless I've done something offensive, I'm not going to apologize for everything. No means no. So you don't have to give a reason. This one I feel like is very good for this current era we are living in society is respect others' views even if they differ from yours. Whew.
Yeah.
Social media has been really negative lately and I feel like
I know.
and people are just being
Toxic.
mean. So we need to just be like, "Hey, that's their thing, that's fine. You don't need to post about it and tell the whole world."
Yeah.
Okay, my next in is reconnecting. So that's more like with friends. Like I'm making an effort to get out more, reconnect with people. It's really important, makes me feel better even when I don't want to leave my house. And do one thing a day for yourself. That's an in. And this might surprise you, but I'm going to have a lot more outs. But anyway, so one thing a day for yourself. I don't know. Go for a walk, work out. It doesn't have to be a chore. It doesn't have to be, go get a coffee, go get a drink,
Yeah.
take a break, listen to a podcast. And my next one's kind of a fun one because it's something I've really gotten into the new year is sweat sets. They're so in. And I have purchased so many sweat sets and I've been wearing sweats, even though that is not what I usually do. And I've really enjoyed
Am
it.
I rubbing off on you?
I think so.
Am I
No.
rubbing off on you?
Oh my God, you're so flexible. Okay, I will say I do have
Am
jeans
I-
on at the moment.
Oh.
But I have worn sweats in public, Amy. Public.
I know we talked about this on the last podcast where I am always in sweats. If you didn't watch the last podcast, I am almost every day in sweats. If I go to town, I go in sweats. Sometime, like last week, we had to go to our lawyer's office. I put on nice jeans. I'm not going to go to my lawyer's office in sweats, but I'm always go in sweats, even if I go to Blues PT or the vet, always in sweats every day. So I've been telling Nicole, because she likes to get up and get dressed every day. Like as long as you get out of your pajamas, I feel like you're getting dressed. So if you're getting into cozy, cute sweat sets, it's still getting dressed, but you're comfortable. If you work at home, you should be comfortable all day.
I forgot how comfortable they were. So, for reference, yesterday I drove to Rochester, Minnesota to do something with Olivia.
Minnesota.
And I almost died in a snowstorm, but whatever. I'm here. Anywho, I was driving by myself and I had a pair of jeans on. And oh my God, they were so uncomfortable. Like digging in the wrong spot. And I was dying. And I was like, I was walking, I was fine. But anyway, on the way home, it's dark and I'm listening to podcasts. And all I could think about was the minute I got home, I was going to rip off these pants and put on my sweats. And it was the most glorious
Who
thing.
are you?
I know. It's amazing.
Okay, so
I've decided I kind of look like the girl. What is the girl from Despicable Me with these glasses on?
Oh my God, hang on a second. I'm gonna get this picture. Hang on. Okay, keep doing your list. I'm gonna make something over here so that when Eric, our producer, makes a clip of this, he can
insert this picture. And that will go along perfectly.
Wait, go like this. Look up and smile.
Oh, that's a horrible.
Don't smile. You're not smile. Just smile.
That's not my smile.
Smile.
I can't do it.
Okay, finish your 10.
Okay. Well, this will go along perfectly with the next one is not being offended. Or being offended. No, not being offended.
Wait, is this your in? You're still on your ins, right?
I'm on my ins. Like, it's in to not be offended. Like, we don't need to be offended. Like, I am not going to be offended that I look like the girl from Despicable Me. Like, everybody just needs to relax and stop taking everything as a personal attack. It's just ridiculous.
I'm listening to you. I'm just
okay. So that's the last one I had. But I will give an example of how I failed this the other day. I was going to the local Fresh Time, which is a grocery store, which happens to be in a strip mall with my favorite TJ Maxx. So it's a win-win. And the parking lot sucks. Everyone that lives in Des Moines knows this parking lot sucks. So anyway, I'm trying to go down this lane after my parking spot already got stolen by some lady. And this guy's coming down the wrong direction, right? And he's trying to back into a spot. So I couldn't turn down this lane because he was there, even though he was going the wrong direction. So I had to wait. Well, apparently, because I'm waiting, I was blocking another man from going down the aisle across from me that I was blocking. And he gave me the nastiest freaking look and kind of did one of these like, and I had the worst rage I have felt in a long time. Like, I wanted to go over and just punch him in the face, but I didn't. And I was offended that he thought I was so stupid that I was just like blocking this lane on purpose. And I'm like, dude, what's in this strip mall is literally a hibachi grill, Sally Beauty, a nail salon, Fresh Time, and a Christian store. What are you so in a hurry for that you had to do that to me?
People are getting in a hurry.
So
Okay, I'm almost
I
done here.
failed in my attempt to not be offended, but I guess I did not engage in any verbal.
Are you are you ready to are you
Yes,
ready to
please.
see what we look like?
God, yes. No. Oh my God. That is us. Oh my God. If I had bangs, that is me. That is not you.
Yes, it is. My double chin and everything. No, that double chin. Here, Ed.
Oh my God.
Right? I feel
Yes.
like you look like her more from Invincibles than the girl from Despicable Me. Did you
Oh,
say
okay.
Despicable Me or did you say The Incredibles?
I said Despicable
Wait, which
Me.
one did you?
What's that girl?
I
Maybe
think you
I
look
don't
more
know.
like the girl from
Yeah.
Incredibles.
Despicable Me characters. Oh, you're right. You're right. I got my cartoons mixed up because I don't really watch cartoons
Yeah.
anymore. You're correct. You're correct. There's a Frenchie attacking my door. Crying.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me read my
Go
10
with your
things
list. Okay.
in. Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
By the way, I picked all the polish off of this hand.
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice.
I know. Okay, 10 things in. Number 1. Dancing naked in front of the mirror and telling myself how beautiful I am.
Ooh.
Says Leah.
Spicy.
All I've been doing is telling myself how fat I am. Number 2, making to-do lists that are written out. I can't have
Oh,
to-do lists on my
love that.
phone anymore. Because if I have the to-do list on my phone and it's a day that I don't want to be on my phone, I need it visible. So I got a whiteboard to put on my counter.
I love that.
to-do
I
list.
also do those. Yep. You
Yeah, I
cross
need
it
to
off
write
and
it out
that
and check it off.
satisfaction.
Yep.
Yeah.
Number
agree.
3, buying vintage or secondhand.
Oh,
Instead of new.
yes.
So like I feel, and my daughter preaches this a lot, that there are so many pre-loved items out there, clothes, purses, whatever, from shopaholics, go to try to sell it on Poshmark, sell it at the consignment stores.
Yeah.
Not only is it cheaper, but then it's like recycling rather than falling into buying new. And
I love that.
I got a Gucci puffer jacket, pre-loved, but that was brand new with tags for a third of the price.
Oh, is it that
So
floral
buying
you sent me a
vintage or
picture of?
secondhand. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Ah.
Number 4, self-care, doing one thing a day for me, which is like what you
Yes.
said. No phones, just for me. Number 5, staycations.
Yep.
I loved my staycation over Christmas where I took like 10 days off of work. I didn't work at all. And I just stayed at home and it was glorious. Number 6.
Yeah, I love that.
Being more real on social media.
I love
Number
it.
7.
I think social media.
Doing that needs more real people. And I feel like I'm always real, but also I feel like I hide a lot. Like I don't, like yesterday I was having a terrible day. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to tell.
Okay, where were we at?
So I was saying that a lot of times, there's times I'm not real on the internet. I mean, I'm real when I want to be on social media, but I don't divulge everything. And then I think people sometimes think that I have it all together. That how do I just have it all together? And I don't always have it all together.
Yeah.
Number 7.
I've been discussing that a lot lately. Yeah. Well, I was just going to say, I've been discussing that a lot lately with like my kids and how our favorite things that we are creators or influencers that we consistently go to on social media are all the people that like tell like the real stuff. Like you don't have to tell me every dark, dirty secret. But if you're going through something and you share it, I'm like, "Ah, this person's for real because it's
Yeah.
so fake when everybody's like, oh, my life's perfect and I don't have
Yeah.
any issues and I have everything and I never have anxiety and I whatever. No,
And yesterday I
tell me
posted
how
to
it
my
is. 'Cause
story, "I'm not posting this for people to text me and be like, 'Are you okay?'
right. Are
I
you
don't need
okay?
that. I'm just saying, like, I want people to know that you're not alone and it's okay, to have shit days." Number 7, do
Yes.
something nice for strangers. Open the door for them, help an old lady, tell someone they look pretty. I always am like, if I
Yep.
see someone and I like their hair or they look pretty, I tell them, "You look so pretty
Me
today."
too. Me too.
Mm. You
Me too.
never know, people, what kind thing that you do for a stranger, kind thing you do, a kind thing you say, what kind of difference it makes in that person's life that day.
Yeah.
There has been many
I
days
agree.
where I was going through it and someone said something nice to me in public and it just made my whole day.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about earlier. It really does. It's the simplest thing, but it just makes me feel so good. And then I find myself doing it more to others
Yeah.
and just to see the smile on their face. And I'm like, I'm a freaking good person.
Yeah,
And
and
this is good. And we all need to do that.
you don't have to do
Just
it for accolades or to give yourself a pat on the
no.
back, but you have to do it because you genuinely want to make someone's day better. I've said this before, I in the
Yep.
wintertime, I always in my car carry like bottles of water, jerky, dog
Yep.
treats, dog food, um different things like that because there's in the winter or dog blankets. There's a lot of homeless people that are going through it in the winter and they'll be with their dog. And in my town, a lot of times the person is sitting there freezing because their jacket is on their dog. And so
Oh,
sometimes it's like I just pull over and hand them the bag of food. It has water and some protein bars and jerky and stuff for the dog and a blanket for the dog. And I keep those in my car. And I'm not doing that. I don't post it on social media. I think I have shared that on social media that, hey, here's something you could do to help your community in the winter.
sure.
But I do
Sure.
it because I hope that that made a difference in that person's day that day.
Yeah. That's
So
really nice.
anyways,
I like
just
that.
do nice things for strangers. Number 8, be kinder to myself. I have noticed
Hmm.
lately that I am not always so kind to myself and I'm judging myself or um, I feel
Right.
insignificant or I
Critical.
don't feel
Yeah.
appreciative or appreciated. And so then I get critical. So be kinder to myself.
And then
Number
you
9.
make memes of how we look
Yeah.
compared to hideous cartoon creatures.
See, look.
That's in fun. That's not the same. That's in fun.
No, this is
Okay.
in fun because I honestly think it's kind of funny that I look like her. See?
Forever together for Halloween, we're gonna be those people. Shut up. Shut up. It's just the glasses.
Um, Number 9, spending quality time with my husband. And number 10, minimalism.
Yeah.
Minimalism, which is what you were saying,
Minimalistic.
decluttering, um, just focusing more on what's important and less on materialistic things. We all know I'm a
Yeah.
shopaholic. I love getting packages in the mail. It's such a
Me
serotonin,
too.
and now I need to like what's
Yeah.
going out and watching the deer eat. Maybe that is equally
Yeah.
satisfying as getting a package in the mail.
Maybe try to replace that with something else.
Exactly.
And it's just like, I don't want to it just feels, like, overwhelming when you have all these things and you're like, "Ugh, I don't even know what I have. I don't
Yeah,
like these things. I want my home to be full of things that I actually enjoy
right? And it's like,
and
I
not
don't want
junk."
15 things and 15 black t-shirts in my closet, and then I have to choose which one I want.
Yeah. Yep. And I don't want to say, well, what if I might need that
Yeah.
one with the little shorter sleeve for like, no.
No.
It's got
Wanna
dust
get
all
rid of it
over
all.
the shoulders. You're not wearing it. Yeah.
All right.
I feel like my outs might be a little. Do we want to reflect any or
I
deep
think
dive into
that
any of our ins a
I
little
think
more?
that we kind of summarized them pretty well. Don't
Yeah,
you?
I think so too. Okay. So my outs are a little all over the place. And some of these might not be, like I said, some of these might be more like complaints that I would like people in my life to stop doing
But
that
that's
annoy
okay
me.
because I think that listing them like, "Hey, I don't want this in my life anymore," that's kinda creating that space for you to be able to say, "Hey, I'm not gonna tolerate this anymore." Like setting boundaries because you want it out of your life,
Okay.
right?
Some of them. Yes, not all of them. My first one would be that we need to stop on social media. I keep seeing these girls using this glue on their eyebrows and brushing them straight up and wearing it out in public. And I do not want to see that anymore. Like a nice full brow is fine, but when they are, have you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They're
My
like
brows are like
straight up and you can see the strands of hair like laminated to their forehead.
Yes.
No.
Out.
And I also don't want to see pencil brows come back,
No.
but
I
we
get
don't
my
need.
eyebrows dyed. They're really light right now. I actually go tomorrow
Mhm.
because I don't wanna fill them
I
in.
have mine microbladed because eyebrows in the 90s. Yeah. Okay. My dog is pawing at my door and crying, but we're just going to ignore her. Mm-mm-hmm. Oh, this one is good. Target made the self-checkout line 10 items or less, and I think that is complete bullshit because they have like 2 checkers at a time that will check out your stuff. And I got kicked out of the self-checkout line the other day because I had like 12 items. And I was
Blasphemy!
appalled. I was appalled.
Oh my
I was like, are
god.
you kidding? And so
Fucking
then I had to wait in line
Target.
behind, like, well, then get some more freaking checkers.
Yeah,
Can we get
if
rid
you're
of
gonna minimize
self-checkouts?
it to under 10 items, you need to get more checkers.
10 items at Target? Are you kidding me?
Who goes into
Ridiculous.
Target and only has 10
Pissed.
items?
I could not believe the audacity of that woman. Anyway, here's another. Why do I have to buy a separate app or streaming thing for every freaking show or sporting event? Like, I got Hulu, I got Max, I got Prime, I got Netflix, I got Paramount Plus, I got freaking Peacock,
Yeah.
Big Ten
Same.
Network.
Greg the
And
other
I'm
day
like,
was like, "Why do we have so many subscriptions?" I'm like, "Because every show is on a different channel.
it's on a different app. And then I
We have to
sit
have
down
them
at
all."
night to watch my show, and I don't remember what freaking app it's on, so I have to look it up. And I mean, switching between, and then I can't find it, even though I saved it to my favorites. It is infuriating to me that I spend this much. And I'm like, why can't we just go back to having freaking like Dish Network and having Dish Network have every freaking show?
We are the same person because sometimes it takes me
Oh,
like 12 minutes just to find the show I wanna watch because I can't
yes.
remember if it is on Apple TV,
Oh, I
Hulu,
got that one
Disney
too.
Plus, Max, Netflix, Hulu, Paramount. Like, I can't remember. So I have to
I'm gonna have to
Google
start keeping like a
a
spiral
checklist.
notebook next to my couch that's like the TV guide back in the 80s to show me what I'm gonna have to write it down, like my own TV guide,
Oh my gosh.
because I cannot remember. And the fact that I don't even want to calculate what I'm paying
No.
for all
Don't look.
these.
I don't
It's
wanna look.
ridiculous. Oh,
Good.
okay. I also found this annoying the other day when I was shopping with my daughters. Why this is should be out. Brandy Melville, you should not have all your clothing say one size fits all. That is the dumbest shit I have ever seen in my life. Have you ever looked at her clothing?
Yes. I mean,
It's
Jamie
all
should be
one
obsessed.
size. Yeah, one size fits all. Are you kidding me? There's this little baby tee like this big. Might look a certain way on Olivia, and I put that on? Like, what are we promoting here? Like, people wearing things that are not
They
flattering
have
on their
got to
bodies.
get with the times.
That is the dumbest technique for making clothes I've ever heard in my life. Brandy,
Yeah.
I don't like it. Okay. All these preteens at the frickin' Sephora and Ulta that are like 10 or 12 coming in herds, buying. I can't even look at the crap I need to get because they're all clustered up in herds trying to buy all this freaking $80 skincare and makeup, and they're too young. Like, no.
Where
You
is
need
your
to wait
mother?
until you're like, they're with them.
Oh my
It's
God.
ridiculous. When I was like 10 or 12, I would use like my mom's Noxzema cream to clean my face. Like, we didn't, or her oil of Olay moisturizer if my skin was dry. But
When
the
I was
fact that these
10, I
girls
lived in a
this
trailer
age-
without electricity, so I had no way to wash my face.
Well, now I feel like an asshole because I had Noxzema.
You were a very rich kid with your Noxzema.
I was. Freaking oil of Olay and Noxzema. And it wasn't even mine. I'd steal it from my mom thinking I was like, ooh, I'm using skincare. This is ridiculous. Like, what are we promoting to these young girls? Like, you do not need $80 lotions and serums for your face, and let the women who need them in the store get out of here.
Well, and also
It's
I just
ridiculous.
feel like, and I'm not one to judge anybody, but I feel like at that age, starting
I
to put stuff on your skin already is not like the healthiest for your skin.
That's what
I
I'm
am
saying. They do not need.
If you have all
these
that
products.
youth and elasticity and all that stuff, don't mess with that.
Like, I feel like you're making them afraid of aging
Yeah.
at 12 or 10 or whatever, and they don't need the makeup, so don't go there. Anyway, super annoying. I've actually walked out of Sephora before because I couldn't even get in the door because there were so many girls.
Yeah, our
Little
Sephora
girls,
too.
not
It's like
women
the
girls.
teeny bop hangout.
Ugh, it's ridiculous. Sorry. And with that, I will say that we should not parent shame. Even though I was shaming those parents.
No,
Okay, I'm not shaming you. I'm asking you to reevaluate maybe what you're promoting with your young girl. Okay,
Yeah.
that's it. But the parent shaming,
No, parent shaming.
we gotta
because
go.
All going through it, and we're all just
And
trying to
nobody
figure
knows
it
what. Yeah, I heard the best thing the other day where somebody was like, it was like a young girl talking about her mom, and she was like, I just realized like she's never been a parent before. Like, she doesn't have all the answers. Like, we're learning too. We're parents. Like, I do my best. And same with my mom. Like, everything she's done, like, it was the first time being a mom. Like, we don't know. So I just think maybe positive criticism would be better. But I've had some parent shaming and I've felt it, and I just think it's disgusting.
It is
So there.
disgusting.
And then this one kind of correlates to one of my things where on my ends where I was like, we should compliment a stranger and do nice things. I have had where I complimented. So this one is saying don't be rude because are rude people in stores. I complimented a lady once on her purse and she glared at me. And I was like, okay, like, can everyone just smile at least or
Yeah,
whatever?
right?
I don't know. And I felt like when I made this, it was right after the holidays. And I just encountered so many people in stores that were so rude and just crabby. And I'm just like, you know what? We need to all just be nicer to each other.
Yeah, be kind. If someone says something nice to you, say thank you.
Yeah. I mean, you're out in public, just be nice. Okay. I have started to see this and I don't like it. No more. Low rise jeans cannot come back. I saw that they were maybe going to come back. I've seen some influencers wearing these and they're like, ooh, it's the 90s or the 2000s again. And I was like, no, not doing it. The butt cracks need to stay in the pants. The fupas need to stay in the pants. No, not wearing it. I'm not going for it. Oh, this one. I might be over my 10. Why do they even make single roll toilet paper? You know what I'm saying? Like, you go to the store and it's like single, double, triple, mega. Okay, so the mega doesn't, if you put it on your toilet paper holder, it hits the wall and you're like, And so the other day, I accidentally bought this single roll because it was the kind that I'm supposed to buy because we have a septic tank and it dissolves easier and whatever. It was the Scott Comfort Plus was what I was going for. Anyway, all they had was the single roll. I didn't realize it and they suck. I'm like literally going through a roll a day. And I just don't understand why
That's
they
the kind
just
when
all
you
can't
wipe,
be the same.
it tears and then you like get
No,
poop on your hands.
I'm not talking about like the ply. Like I want like I'm talking like I don't
Yeah,
want
I know what you meant. I thought
freaking
you meant about
tissue
the
paper
ply.
that
Yeah,
Richard.
you meant about the size
No.
of the roll.
I'm talking
The
about
size.
the amount that you get on the roll.
So it's like a
Like,
single
why do we
roll,
even
double
have?
roll, triple roll, mega.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Why? Same with the paper towels. Like, can it just? I don't want the roll that hangs off my paper towel holder, but I also don't want the one that has like 4 sheets on it. But the toilet paper one baffles me. Like, why are there options? Why can't it just be a normal thing? That's all. Okay, I do got one more. A couple more. Can we get rid of the QR codes on the menus in restaurants? I just want to look at a menu. COVID is over. The freaking QR codes are annoying. I don't want
It's hard to
get rid of it.
see. It's hard to see the menu in its entirety on the QR
I
code.
don't like it. I
No.
feel like it's cheap. It's cheesy. It's making me feel like we're back in COVID. I don't like it.
Yeah.
And this goes along with that. Can we get rid of all the parking spots for customer pickup at the mall or the grocery store or the restaurant? No one's in them. I mean, it's sometimes for Door Dashers, but remember how big that got during COVID? Like,
Yeah.
because they would bring your things out. So
Mhm.
at our mall, they have like, at the area I like to park at the front, they have like 10 spots and no one is ever in them. It's all because who's picking up things from the mall? Like, I don't know what store in our mall brings out stuff to your car.
No.
So
And
I've
people
decided
aren't
I'm just going to
DoorDashing
start.
to the mall.
No, and the restaurants are on the other side. So what's this side for? So I just started parking in them. I decided I don't even care. And I
Fuck
did,
these
and I didn't
spots.
get in trouble. Can we get rid of them? Like, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. We don't need them.
Out.
Yes. I got 2 more.
Okay.
Thought of them this morning. Can they make the bedding for a king size bed, especially the blankets, actually wide enough? Whereas they don't, like, I hate, you know what I'm talking about? Like, they go like this far down on the side.
Yes. That's what happens.
And then you
my
get in bed and you're trying to roll over and you have no blanket. Like, they need to make them big king sized. This is not a king size blanket. They need to hang lower on the sides.
King size
Bullshit.
plus a few inches.
Yes. And then this one. I need my husband to freaking stop locking me out of the garage when I'm gone. So he has this horrible habit of our garage doors have a lock so your remote won't work, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
So like you can lock it and then when I come home, I can hit my button and nothing's happening. The door won't work.
Oh.
He keeps doing that. He keeps fucking doing that to me all the
On
time.
purpose?
When I'm gone? Yes, because
Is he fucking with
he
you?
likes to leave. No, he likes to leave the little dogs when I leave him in charge of them. He likes to leave the door to the house open and just let them run in and out so he doesn't have to watch them. So if they have to potty, they'll just go in the garage. So they're in the garage more than likely. And when I come home and let the door up, they take off around the property. So he locks it. Do you know how annoying it is when you're coming home with a car full of groceries and you can't get in the garage? It's just so annoying. Or you come home late at night like last night and I just want to get in and take off my stupid jeans and put on my sweatpants and it's 6 degrees and you drove through a blizzard and you can't get in your garage.
Oh, your outs are
Drives
much
me
better than mine.
insane.
Your outs are much better
Okay.
than mine. They're so funny.
I thank you, but I doubt it. Okay, go for it.
Oh, I just cracked my whole back. Okay. 10 things that are out. Listening to drama. Can't take the drama. Like, if it's someone
Gives me
complaining
anxiety.
repeatedly about the same thing, they just wanna have drama. It's like, if you're not gonna make
Mhm.
a change, don't talk to me about it.
Mhm.
But also it's like drama on the internet, drama on social media. Like, I haven't been posting much on social media and I'm losing followers like crazy, but I can't get on. It's so hard to get onto my regular social media because it's just so full of drama, hate, or
Yeah.
just that goes to my next one.
It
So,
gives me anxiety.
yes, it's
Even
like
though it's not
one
my
thing
drama,
after
it
another.
gives me anxiety.
And it's like it's you just open your Instagram and it's just hate or drama or complaining.
Mhm.
So that's why I go on more on my dog's accounts, my dogumentary,
You
is
have
because
been posting a lot on there.
yeah, because then I can post on there and I can just see all happiness, happy animals. It's like perfectly curated,
Peace.
right? Peace.
Yes. Peace and
Um,
ram.
which leads me to number 2, doom scrolling. That is out.
Oh,
You know, when you
I'm
start
the
scrolling
worst.
and yeah,
Yep,
no
I'm
more
bad.
of that. Just off.
Okay.
It's a big in my life, it's big post and ghost right now. I post something and I get off unless I'm on the dog's account. Then I look at all the happy animals.
Okay. That's inspiring to me. I'm gonna work on that. Okay.
Yeah, it just it makes me it puts me in such a bad mood, you know?
Mhm.
I
It
just
does. It affects you. Yeah.
it just affects me. Number 3, I get affected bad, and then I'm
Okay.
like, "No," because then I think about it, and it either puts me in anxiety or makes me hate the world or just, like, makes me want
Yeah.
to go out and, like, quit all Instagram and just live in a forest with animals and never see real humans again.
Jesus.
Number 3,
Okay.
being jealous. That is out. I don't wanna be
Mm,
no more jealousy. I don't like it. Now,
it's hard.
whenever I start to
That's
feel
hard.
jealous, if I start to feel jealous at all of something, like somebody's whatever, I just say,
Whatever. Yeah.
"Would I change? Would I trade my life for theirs?" And then,
Oh,
no.
that's good.
The answer
Yeah,
is
that's good.
immediately no, and then I move on with my life.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. Next one, feeling insecure. This comes with, like, the when I said in my ends, it's like and you could mention that being more appreciated, like, sometimes I don't feel appreciated, and that makes me feel
Mm.
insecure, and I need to be secure in the fact that if people aren't telling me they appreciate me or it's not, like, obvious, that doesn't mean I'm not appreciated. That just not everybody is
Yeah.
like me, right?
Yeah, some people
Uh,
need a lot of validation, but it doesn't mean that you're not even if you don't
exactly.
verbally get it, doesn't mean it's not true. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like how you were saying that you want people just to say thank you sometimes. But what
Mhm.
I need to work what is out for me is if somebody doesn't say thank you to immediately become insecure about that and think something's wrong with me. It's like, no,
Yeah.
nothing's wrong with me. That
Yeah.
person is just not a
That's yeah, that's emotionally draining to, like, then turn it on yourself. Yeah, you don't
exactly.
need to do that.
Next one, shopping just to shop. That's out in my new life.
Sh
I know you're
Didn't
not
I
ready to give
just
that
make you
up.
buy a shirt the other day?
Yes.
I'm trying. I mean, we just talked about how I was trying to declutter.
Yeah.
I did get rid of some things before I brought in new.
So my thing is I out is shopping just to shop. Like sometimes I'm bored and I get on the internet and like start looking for stuff or I go
Mhm.
into town because I'm bored and
Yep.
just shopping to shop is out. If I
Yep.
need something, if I have
Okay.
an event to go to, if something, that's when I'm going to shop this year.
Yeah.
Next one,
Okay.
out.
I'm gonna give
Making
myself
excuses.
grace and say that I can't I'm just wanna say that I'm gonna give myself grace and it can't happen overnight. Okay,
No, it
go
can't.
ahead.
I've been working on this for a good couple months. So like now I'm in that stage, right? So I've already
Okay.
been working on this since like December. out making excuses.
Okay.
I'm not going to make excuses anymore. I'm going to own up to it. Like, I'm not going to say, oh, I didn't go train today because I was just really busy and I just had all this thing to do, this stuff. I'm just going to say, I just didn't feel like it.
Mhm.
Be
Yeah.
honest. I'm going to be honest.
Just like I was saying, you don't have to apologize.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is.
I'm going to
Yeah.
own my shit. I'm not making
I like it.
excuses. Another thing out, alcohol.
Okay.
I am done with alcohol. Now,
Oh,
I'm not saying
okay.
that in a way that's like, I don't have an alcohol problem. Like, I'm not an alcoholic.
Right.
I don't drink a lot, if ever. I
Mhm.
like to, sometimes when I go to dinner, I like to have a cocktail or a glass of champagne. But I'm just not going to do that anymore because it makes me feel like shit. Every single time I drink, whether it's one drink or 3
Mhm.
drinks, I just feel like shit. I don't sleep well. I wake up the next day, I'm tired. It's out.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
done with
agree.
it right now.
So, I know you have an upcoming trip to New Orleans,
Yeah.
so you should experiment with some of the cute mocktails. They make so
I
many cute
have
mocktails
been.
now at all these
I
restaurants.
Yes, I
Okay.
have been experimenting with
Just
mocktails. And even when we were in Paris, I barely drank. I think one night I had a glass of champagne, like a half a
Mhm.
glass. And then when Angela wasn't looking, I poured the rest in the champagne
Well,
bucket.
now she knows.
Well, no, we were in our hotel room and they had brought us like a bottle of Veuve Clicquot. And she's like, "Let's drink champagne before we go out." And I had a couple drinks and she went into the bathroom and I poured the rest into the bucket. And she's like, "Are you pouring your champagne out?" I'm like, "No, no." And then we went to dinner. And we went to dinner to the Ritz, which was amazing. So I ordered an old fashioned and it was actually delicious. So I'm not gonna say like hardcore, I'm not gonna ever have a beverage anymore or a cocktail if the
Right.
need like if it arises, but I am definitely going the mocktail route. But anyway, so the rest of the time in Paris, I ordered mocktails, really.
Okay.
I just am like over it. It just ugh,
Good.
makes me feel like
That's
crap.
fun. I think as we age, alcohol affects us differently too.
It does.
Like,
Greg and I were
I
talking
didn't
about it
used
the
to
other
feel
day.
gross, but it does.
Yeah, we had friends over for dinner and I shared a bottle. One of my clients, he always sends me a really nice bottle of champagne for my birthday, and I always save it for like something special. And so my friend they came over,
Mhm.
and so I was like, "Well, let's drink this bottle of champagne." I had 2 glasses. She had 2 glasses. I had 2 glasses, and Greg drank beer. And then the next morning, we were both like, "Ugh, why did we drink last night?" And we're like, "What? When did we get
Yeah.
so old?" It's just not worth it
Right.
anymore.
Like, that's nothing compared to what we used to drink when we were
No.
young
It's just
puppies.
not worth it. It
Yeah.
just makes me
Okay,
feel like
I like
crap.
it.
It makes me hard
That's
to
good.
control my
That's
anxiety the next day. Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
It's good
mm,
self-awareness. I like it.
yeah. Number 8, people that don't make me happy. They're out.
Mm.
I'm gonna start like, you know,
Block, unfollow,
yeah.
hide, whatever.
Who was I talking to? Oh, Lily, my friend Lily, or Greg's athlete, the other day. And she's like, "Oh, we were talking about something." She's like, "Oh, I don't follow that person." And I was like, "How do you not follow that person?" She's like, "I don't know. I just never followed them. And now it makes it easy because I don't have to unfollow them." And she was like,
Yeah.
unfollowing people hurts people's feelings. And it's true. If I unfollow people, it will hurt their feelings. And because I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but
Right.
there's some people I don't want to follow anymore because they don't make me happy. And so I've just muted them until I get up the nerve to unfollow them.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and it's not only on
I do that
Instagram.
with so many.
Yeah. But
I do
it's
that with
just
a
like,
ton. Unfollow stories and posts
yeah,
because I find some of the things triggering for me.
yes,
It
same.
causes anxiety, it causes bad feelings, and
Exactly
I
the
don't
same.
need them to know. Unless I despise you, I'm probably not gonna unfollow you just because I don't even know if people care if I follow them, whatever.
Same.
But I don't want drama. So I
That's
just
it. I
block
don't want
it,
the
and
drama.
it's empowering to not feel that. I didn't
Yeah.
realize until I did it how many of the things I was consuming on social media actually made me feel like shit.
Right, and then
So
if and then what
mhm.
happens to me is if their stuff pops up on my page or I see it, then I feel that, like, bummed out feeling immediately. or I feel some kind
Yeah.
of whatever kind of way. And so it's like if
Yeah.
I don't see it, then I don't even think about them or remember them, or
Yep.
they're not even in my
Exactly.
orbit. And so I had to mute them.
Yep.
And some people I have unfollowed, but I just have to mute them, and it's just like I don't want to see your stuff. I don't have the balls right now to unfollow you and deal with the drama of
Yeah.
that, but I don't want to see your stuff. So
Yep.
that's out.
Good for
People
you.
that don't make me happy.
Sweet.
The next one, tight jeans are out. Not
What about
only
your tight Wranglers for cowboy riding?
they're not tight, they're actually loose.
I'm just
You need
kidding. I was just kidding.
they actually the thing is the jeans that I wear when I ride are so comfortable because they're baggier, they're super like stretchy and flexible and conforming. I love them. Tight jeans are out. I think a
They
lot of that
suck.
too is like because I've gained like 15 pounds in the last like 3 months. My my tighter jeans are tight, and then I can't like
They
button
hurt.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. I get it. I was in pain yesterday in the car because I have some winter weight that I've gained, and I was like, these did not used to dig into my gut like this, and these are I had buttoned my top pants driving home yesterday because I was in so much pain.
I sometimes have to
Ugh.
unbutton them at dinner. I would go out to dinner. We
And
went
then
out
I
to
came
dinner.
home. Oh, go ahead.
I said we went out to dinner, and I was sitting there, and I was like, "Oh, my jeans are so tight. I had to unbutton them." Sorry, go ahead.
I was
What
gonna
were you
say,
saying?
well, I came home last night and I was like ripping my pants off, putting my sweats on, and I was like, oh, I just got to lose those couple pounds from winter or whatever because my stomach is digging into my pants. Walk in my pantry, and my husband had like 5 boxes of Girl Scout cookies he picked up at Baumgars. Some little girl was selling them, and I was like, frick.
Oh my god,
So
I
I
love
ate like a whole row of caramel delights.
Oh,
It
I
was
used to love
glorious.
those before I found out I was
Oh,
allergic to gluten.
they're my favorite. So yeah, whatever.
Um,
It's fine. Tight
and
jeans.
that's what I have for my outs.
Good. Those are great. That was
Yeah, I
fun.
feel good about those.
I do
I
too.
feel good.
And I like that they're not goals. They're just things that we're just like, no, we're
They're
done.
just things that I just
Or
over,
yeah,
or like you're just
because
over. So
yeah,
over it.
I agree. That was fun. I like.
All right. Well, that was fun.
We got to go
I
get ready
hope
for the Super Bowl.
Oh my god, my Super Bowl party for one. I hope that if you're still listening
Two.
that yeah. No, Greg doesn't like football.
What?
He doesn't
Well,
like
he's gonna watch it, isn't he?
Probably not.
He's gonna make you watch it by yourself. Then he can't have
Yeah,
any
he
of the
never
food.
watches football with me on Sundays.
Huh. Well,
Uh
then no food for Greg.
when
It's all
when
yours.
they actually I think every once in a while he'll sit down and watch a little bit of the game, but no, he does his own thing. On Sundays, like I typically, do house chores, whatever, watch football. He
Yeah.
goes and does outside stuff, whatever. But no, he doesn't watch football with me. I mean, he'll probably
I
come
don't
sit down
really
and
like
eat some of
football
my
either.
charcuterie board.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really like it either, but I always try to watch the Chiefs,
That's because
and
you're
I'm
being
gonna
a
watch the Super
supportive
Bowl
friend.
because yes, and I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl because it's a Super Bowl and the commercials are amazing, and I wanna see celebrities in the stands,
Yeah,
and I wanna eat food. I wanna make appetizers and eat them for dinner.
good.
So that's
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm making a charcuterie board, which I'm sure Greg will come and sit down and eat, but he won't sit and watch it with me. I mean, yeah. No, I'm a solo
It's okay.
football watcher, but it's okay. I don't mind.
Okay. No,
All right.
I like to watch things by myself.
Well, those
Okay,
of
well,
you watching or
thanks.
listening, I hope that you make a list too. 10 things that are in, 10 things
Yeah.
that are out. And with
Yeah, I
that,
wanna hear some of other people's fun ones
know,
or
me too.
inspirational ones too.
comment and tell us something that's in
Okay,
or
well,
out, or if you
thanks.
agree. Oh, I almost forgot
Yeah.
to draw a card. Oh, wait. By
Oh!
the way, look at this picture I found of myself.
Oh, Lord. Holy moly. That's amazing.
That's what my hair looks like.
You're so cute, though.
And I have it on my
You're so
desk,
cute. It's a
and
very
every day
orange.
it's like sepia tone.
Oh, you're so happy. Yeah, I'm so
Every
happy
day
though.
I look at this and I give her a kiss and say, "You're safe now."
Oh,
Okay.
Amy, that's so sweet. That makes me sad, but I love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I put it right on my desk, like right on my to-do list, and every day I say, "You're safe now," and give her a kiss. It's making me feel better. Okay, today's card.
Awesome.
Your vision will become clear only when you look into your heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens.
Oh,
So I think that
Carl
that's telling us something.
Jung.
Carl Jung.
Young? Jung?
I think that's pronounced
How to
Young.
say it.
I think it's
Okay.
pronounced Young. So again, your vision will become clear only when you look into your heart. Those who look outside dreams, who looks inside awakens. So I think this is kind of telling because it's like, don't just dream, but create, right?